up, my YouTubers? What up, my followers? Let me fix this right quick, y'all. Let me fix this right quick. Oh, man. Should have did this before. What's up, y'all? So, who we got on the menu tonight, y'all? Who we got on the menu tonight? This like a late night snack, y'all, for real. This like a late night snack, and I'm gonna give it to y'all, straight up, man, because, a lot of people ain't been to the federal penitentiary. So y'all can close your eyes and vision it. Now, y'all see this room right here? The rooms in federal penitentiary do not look like that. I repeat, they do not look like that. Now, there is a room about that size, but the bedding and stuff, it doesn't look like that. They have double beds in each room, so it will be a bunk bed on the top. They got a toilet. You're gonna have some lockers in there, and that's pretty much it. So it's missing lockers. It's missing the other bed for sure. It's not a one bed cell at all. Not even in the shoe where it's like dudes PC up at it. They go there because they can't come to the real yard, so they gotta hide out. They even got double beds in those. You know what I mean? So that's where they send people where you fight at and all that. So the vision that I'm trying to give y'all is when you go in there, they're dorms. So they're big dorms, and they have like letters. Let's say A through F. So you got A and B. They have upstairs and downstairs dorms. So A would be downstairs, B would be upstairs. You got C and D. C would be downstairs, D would be upstairs. You got E and F. E would be downstairs, F would be upstairs. And all of these dorms hold at least 150 to 200 people in each dorm. And they all mixed races up in there: blacks, Hispanics, whites, Asians, and whatever other ethnicity, that's up in there, who's in there for whatever they did, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to let y'all vision it how it is. So you got all these big dorms up in there, upstairs and downstairs dorms, 2 units. So each unit is a letter. So you got A, downstairs unit, you got B, upstairs unit. And each one holds at least 100 to 200 people up in there. And when you go in there, you got dudes from everywhere up in there. You got dudes from different states. You got dudes from your state. You got dudes from your city. You got dudes from your hoods up in there. You got Crips, Bloods. You got Vice Lords. You got SAs. You got the Woods. You got Asian, Crips. You got everybody from everywhere is up in there, right? So when you get in there, it's pretty much everybody on the yard is going to know who you are if you're not right. You know what I mean? So ain't no hiding that. But that's a different story for y'all. That's in prison, y'all. And what I mean to tell y'all is Brick Baby and Loose Cannon is not in a federal prison. They're just in a federal holding cell waiting to go to court, right? So let me let y'all vision how the federal holding cells are. And it's kind of weird up in there because it's just one big, huge building. Let's say the building is as high as like a skyscraper or something. It's maybe 100 floors in one huge building, y'all. So they could be on any floor. You got real dudes up in there from hoods, from everywhere, that's really like that up in there. And they could be on the first or second floor. Brick Baby and Loose Cannon might be on the 50th floor or something like that. You know what I mean? It's so many floors of different dorms and stuff in there, y'all, that they might not never bump heads with no real dudes up in there. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know where these dudes are at that's up in these holding cells waiting to go to court, y'all. And it's just a gang of rooms up in there. It's a gang of doors with a lot of rooms up in there. And then, like I say, it's 2 person in each room. The rooms stay open during the daytime. You can go pretty much in and out of anybody's room that's up in there who you know, or even if you don't know, somebody could slide in your room and do something to you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They could bounce up in there. All the rooms are open until they lock them at either they count, make sure everybody there. They do that maybe once or twice a day. And then when they lock it down, when everybody got to go to sleep and they lock all the doors up in there, everybody sleep up in there. You know what I mean? Other than that, it's open dorm with all the dudes. Everybody got to go eat breakfast in there. It's like you just walk in a circle to the breakfast. They bring the breakfast to you. You don't leave out the dorm that you in. So let's say the kitchen is already going to bring that to your dorm. They're going to bring the breakfast to your dorm. You just go in a circle. Everybody got their trays. They get their food. They go to the table. They got like a couple of TVs up in there. And it ain't nowhere in there pretty much you can hide. You know what I mean? There's nowhere you can hide up in there because all the doors are open. And everybody has to come out to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, y'all. So it's like everybody knows everybody up in there. Now, where Loose Cannon and Brick Baby is, I have no idea. And I also have never heard, and I repeat, never heard of anybody, and I do mean anybody, y'all. I have never heard of anybody being in the same holding tank on the same RICO charge. And I'm going to keep that real with y'all. Let me put this over. Put this over a little bit. Let me put that over a little bit. All right. And like I said before, I have never heard of two guys being in the same unit, in the same room, in the same unit, that's on the same RICO charge, y'all. That don't make, that I have no clue what's going on with that. That don't make no sense. If that was my homie, we about to fight. Something about to go down because there ain't no way you gonna just put me in the cell with you and I'm gonna act like we cool and we in here on a RICO. There's something going on. I'm not finna act buddy-buddy with you. None of that. We're fighting charges. If we fighting RICO charges, first of all, that means somebody telling already. That's why everybody in there on the RICO. So you can't trust nobody on a RICO charge, first of all, let alone you go up in there talking about, oh, what's up, man? Yeah, you my celly, you the homie from the hood, we buddy. How? That don't make no sense, man. Can't nobody put me in the room with nobody up in there. Hey, get him up out of here until our case is over with. I know he not telling on me. He know I'm not telling on him. Then after all that's done, then we could go back to being cool. But other than that, ain't no way you finna put me in a cell with nobody that I know. And we on the same RICO together? Like for real, they playing up in there, bro. I'm telling you. Loose Cannon and Brick Baby is up in there playing, bro. There's something going on that they not telling y'all. And they get to be on the phone. They don't even, bro, listen. They got phones up in there, man. They got phones where you make the collect calls from the prison, right? People listen in on those calls all the time, man. And when you in there and you as got a case, a high profile case like Brick Baby and Loose Cannon up in there ain't no way they not listening to them on the phone calls. So you mean to tell me they let these dudes talk on the same phone together and act like ain't nothing going on? Come on, man. That ain't adding up, y'all. It ain't adding up, and I'm not mad at them. I ain't got nothing to do with their case, but at the same time, like I say, Big U up in there, it don't matter what nobody say, like real is real. And if you from the streets, then you from the streets, cause I look at it like that could happen to you. That could happen to anybody. So I wouldn't play that role like, oh yeah, even if I wanted somebody off the streets or they need to deserve to be off the streets or whatever, I'm still not about to play that role like it's okay for two dudes to be on the same RICO and talking on the phone together and all that. No, I'm about to regulate. If I'm up in there in the same unit as Brick Baby and Loose Cannon and I see them, I'm going to be on their bumper. If I was in there with them. That's anybody. You gonna be on, hey, where you from? Oh, what y'all doing together up here? You know what I'm saying? Dudes up in there be checking dudes like that. They really check dudes up in there like that because, you know what I'm saying, they want to figure out what's going on, man. That when you playing with somebody life like that and they start throwing them numbers at you and you locked up in there like that, you supposed to take up for the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, if you a real one, cause if it happened to you, you will want somebody to take up for you up in there. You know what I'm saying? Why these dudes playing these girl roles up in there, man, and gossiping on the phone and all that. They don't play that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes up in there go in they cell and get in and fuck them up real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straighten them up real quick. Don't nobody play like that, man. I don't know what type of games they playing, like I say. I don't know what type of unit they in up in there. It sounds like a playground up in there with me. If you ask me, they too loose up in there. They too, you know what I'm saying? They not even worried about nothing. Anybody that get locked up be worried about something. Like, damn, I'm up in this motherfucker, man. They got me up in here for a rico, or I'm up in here locked up for some bullshit. Like, these niggas on the phone, like, ain't nothing going on. Like, they just free as a bird. They just in there and they gonna be out in a minute. They already know the outcome of what's going on. Hey, man, ain't making no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna listen in, man, to this call. I just wanted y'all to just clear y'all minds. I'm not trying to put no negativity in nobody's mind about, you know, the jail system or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you keeping it real and you from the streets, if you from a hood, right, you know what comes with that regardless. You know what I mean? So I can't take up for dudes and they not like civilians. If you're a civilian or something, that's different, and you know you just an innocent person. But these dudes are tatted up. They from hoods and all that, and you mean to tell me that they just bump heads to make them sellies like that? Like, I can't condone nothing like that, y'all. Ain't nobody innocent. When you from places and all that, at the end of the day, ain't nobody innocent, y'all. So for them to be in here like that, I mean, like I say, I'm not trying to pump no negativity or nothing like that, but it just ain't adding up to me. You know what I mean? It's like a soap opera up in there, so with two dudes, man, that's crazy. But yeah, I just wanted y'all to let y'all know what it's like up in there. So right now, Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, if they're in the holding cells like MDC or something like that, it's basically like a big dorm. They got different floors. They got all type of floors with all different type of inmates fighting all different type of cases. So whatever floor they on, let's say they on the 20th floor, right? And it's just one open dorm. It might be 100 dudes up in there. It's probably like 50 rooms up in there. All the rooms are unlocked during the whole day until maybe the middle of the day. They lock them down, count everybody. They open it back up so you can eat lunch. They close them back again for dinner. And they count everybody before dinner. They open them back up before dinner. And then they'll lock them back when everybody get ready to go to sleep, whatever bedtime is, maybe 9 or 10 o'clock at night. They lock it down, and then they repeat the same thing early morning. They unlock them around 6 in the morning, let everybody out to eat breakfast, and everybody comes out, y'all. So Brick Baby and Loose Cannon are with other inmates for sure. And if they're not around nobody. Like, they must got them in a cell somewhere, or who knows where they at. Like I said, I mean, I don't know where these dudes at, man. You don't even hear nobody else calling in. Like, it has to be somebody else in that unit that could possibly call and say, hey, look, I'm in here with Loose Cannon and Brick Baby. You don't even hear nobody calling in, tapping into the streets, none of that. So I don't know where these dudes are at. I have no clue. Don't get the wrong idea like the feds is different from the state. No, dudes get down in the feds just as worse as it is in the state as it is in the feds. Same fighting, same riot, same everything. Nothing slides up in there just like nothing slides in the state. Trust me. So I don't know where these dudes are at, y'all. I'm just giving y'all an eye opener on how it is up in there. But anyway, let's see what they talking about, man. Let's see what's going on. And I would love to talk to Loose Cannon wife and actually sit down with her and really get to the bottom, you know, of what's really going on in there. I'm not saying that Loose Cannon or Brick Baby is telling or nothing like that. It's just awkward to me that they put them both in a cell. Maybe they trying to set both of them up. I mean, we could throw it out there like that. Maybe there's nothing going on. Maybe they just threw them both in a cell together. Hey, what a coincidence, you know? I have no idea. But I never heard of anything like that before. But I would love to sit down and talk to her so I could talk to Loose Cannon and see what's going on with why they put them together. You know, is it a setup or are they coming home or what's going on? You know. So let's listen in and see what they're talking about, though. Let's go.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this, you may begin speaking now.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up with it, wife? How you doing?
Oh my God, it's so good to finally hear your voice. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Where are
You won't
you?
believe. I'm in LA. You won't believe. Um, who's my selling?
Who?
Brick baby.
What?
Yeah, this shit crazy.
That is insane. Was that like pre-planned? Like what the heck?
But
Oh my gosh. So Brick Baby is your cellmate.
I'll be my selling.
No. That is wild.
He was like,
Wow.
thank you for the t-shirts and everything like that, and um, we
Oh yeah.
posted. He was like, you so real for that, and then like the money for it.
Well, I definitely, I would hope, they would do the same and if the table was turned, So I definitely, if I had the outsource to be able to help his wife while going through this, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I already sent her first payment last week from the sales we made last week, and she was so happy. But I'm happy that he heard about it. That's good. I'm gonna keep pushing so that we can keep making some money that way. It gives a little more ease, even for at least for these phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't cheap.
Oh, no, Brick. Hold on. She
Hmm.
want to talk to you.
What up, sis?
Hey, Brick, how you doing?
Thank you for everything you're doing. I heard you keeping the name strong, keeping everybody's name
Listen,
strong.
I'm trying. I'm doing whatever I can with
What?
the power that I have.
Yes, yes. We all
Mm-hmm.
appreciate
That's what's
that.
up. How you?
And let me tell y'all something else, man. Like I say, by this being a high profile case, because they made the news. It ain't like they were just in there on a white collar crime or something like that, and they just regular inmates. These dudes made the news. They were on the news. So for them to have a phone call like that and him pass him the phone on the federal phone, they would have been shut that phone call down. And if Loose Cannon, I believe it was Loose Cannon who made the phone call on his number because he called his wife. So with that being said, they would punish Loose Cannon and tell him, hey, look, man, you can't have no phone calls, or they would give him a warning. Hey, look, the next time you put somebody else on your phone call up in there, we're going to take your phone away. You won't be able to make no more phone calls up in here for months to come because you could be talking about your case over the phone. You could be telling this person what to say, what not to say. Your lawyer could be giving you pointers over the phone on what to do, what not to do. I mean, like I say, that's not really adding up. And they letting both of them talk on the phone, and they know they listening on the phone, and they not saying anything. What?
Are you holding up?
Oh man, we cooling. My boy here now, so we
Yo,
getting
is
down to the
that
house here.
crazy? You guys are cellmates? What? How in
I
the
wasn't gonna
world
lie.
did that
Look,
happen?
when I figured out the jail, I'm like, bro, finna come. I'm like, soon as he come, I'm about to bring him because you gotta come here. So I'm like, yeah, he about to come right here with us.
That's crazy. So you
Yeah,
helped set
man.
that up?
Yeah, well, as soon as he came in, shit, you already know it ain't no other way he gonna go. And then we can't be talking in front of all these people, so I was just like, come on, you already
Man,
know.
that's what's up.
Everything
Okay.
good out there with the baby and stuff.
He's here. He's teething, so I'm going through that phase right now where he's a little fussy, but I'm bearing with it. I'm bearing with
Yeah,
it.
here go, bro, right here.
All right. All right. Good to hear from you. Keep your head up.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shoot, y'all about to pick up where y'all left off. Y'all gonna be holding podcasts in the cell.
Man, this shit crazy. But I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to see if you could cash app so I could get some food. You
Yeah,
know,
of
eat this.
course, of course. Wait, who? Just give me a cash app and I'll send it over so that you can get some outside food. Because I know I'm sure that food over there is trash.
It's terrible. But yeah,
Mm.
no, I love
Cool.
Okay,
love you.
okay.
I love you
Um,
too.
All right, so let me explain that to y'all. So he said that he need Cash App. He needs some outside food. So let me explain that to y'all because some of y'all might think outside food might mean that they're bringing food from the outside to the inside. That's not how it works. What it is you can do Cash App, get somebody Cash App, have someone Cash App someone else who has the food inside of there who works in the kitchen. You can Cash App them and they'll bring you food from the kitchen, fresh food. So let's say if you wanted raw meat, steaks or steak cubes or chicken, fresh chicken or something like that. If you Cash App the dudes, they'll find a way to get it back into those cells. You could cook. They got like utensils and stuff you could cook up in there with. Have no idea how they make the stuff and all that, y'all, but they do make stuff in there to cook food with. You know what I mean? And you can make whatever. You can make fried rice. You could boil chicken, bake it. You know what I mean? And you can even also have cooks in the kitchen to where you don't even have to cook or anything like in the cells or nothing like that. You know what I mean? The cooks that work in the kitchen, let's say if you want like fried chicken or you want steaks or something like that, you want good food, they will make it in the kitchen for you while the other meals are being prepared, and they'll sneak it in the unit and give it to you like that, already cooked. So then, let's say a dude might bring you a 10-piece of fried chicken up in there, or you know what I mean, he might slide you a few steaks, or he might slide you sandwiches, whatever that's good on the menu that's like top of the line food, or even fruit, fresh fruit, snacks, stuff like that. They will bring it to the unit, and whoever's working that unit that brings the food in for lunch or dinner or something like that, they'll make sure that you get it. Or let's say the dude that cleans the unit, he mops all the floors at the end of the night or something, he'll have a sack on him and he'll bring it and he'll make sure you get it through one of the doors or something like that before they lock everything down. You understand? So that's what they mean by Cash App someone so that they could get outside food. They don't mean outside like you about to get McDonald's or, you know what I mean, Olive Garden or Burger King or Red Lobster, Red Robin, Applebee's, or Sonic. You're not about to get none of that. No way. You can get real food though instead of fast. That's fast food anyway. Up in there you can get real food. You know what I mean? That's real good high-end steaks, meats, and high-end beef from burgers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? High-end quarter steaks, and they got all type of good meats up in there that the cooks can get for you and that they can prepare it and bring it to you. You know what I mean? So that's how they make their money up in there. So I just want y'all to know that by them bringing that up, so nobody's confused about, well, what are they talking about? You're going to get food from where? So I just explained to y'all, whoever works in the kitchen in there can get you the food that you want. All right, cooked and everything. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
it's, where I'm at, I'm always gonna be good.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go.
I'm just happy that, you're okay because my stomach was churning all night when I didn't hear from you, baby. You don't even understand. I was a little nervous, even though I know this is part of the process, it just not hearing from you for all them hours really, really made me stressful.
Yeah, no, that shit crazy.
And then I was trying to add money to your books because, I saw that you were in the LA system, but it still was processing. So I couldn't even like add money or nothing. So I'm just happy you found a way to
This
reach
call
me
is from a
through
federal
someone
prison.
else's someone else's phone line, you know? When did they say you're going to be fully activated so that I can do that?
I don't know, but that's why I'm gonna have you on Cash App. Up.
Okay.
And then I need you to get on with the lawyer. What I told you to send him.
Yeah. I already talked to the lawyer. He's supposed to come see you, and I think you're supposed to have court tomorrow, so he'll come check you in court tomorrow too, you know? Now that you're in LA, because you know everybody in the world thinking you got a public defender.
Oh, that's goofy as shit. They know how much money we get.
Man, it's just silly. You just had that someone at the detention thing. That was it. But your lawyer is in LA. Like they just, I don't know why people just be doing that, you know?
That's goofy.
But anyways, I love you so
I
much. I'm
love
so
you.
glad I
I
heard
love
from you. I know this is call is gonna cut off soon, so you know, I just
you.
want to
Yeah.
make sure you hear
All right.
that.
That's goofy as shit.
Alright, y'all. So there you have it. That was the end of the phone call. It ended with I love you. And I just wanted y'all to know, man, this is an explosive call. It is rare. It is really rare to see two inmates that's on the same case together, a RICO at that, in the same cell as each other, y'all. I have never heard, experienced anything like this. Hey, look, man. Hey, times has changed, right? I mean, we'll see the outcome of this. This is real big, though, and I want everyone to pay attention to this because, now's the time not to be, letting anyone, especially while you're out on the streets, trick you into going in there. You know what I mean? When dudes bringing up other dudes' past and bringing up stuff about these dudes, man. If they should have put a stop to it a long time ago when they first started talking, because I've been hearing Brick Baby talk about what goes on in the streets with his homies for years. I mean, they just going on and on and on. They had Big U in their mouth for years, going on and on and on. Like, bro, what? Like, it don't matter how much money I got, y'all. I'm just tell y'all straight up, this is me. Like, can't nobody just put my name in their mouth like that. Even if I don't fuck with them or I don't talk to them, or you just not about to be on the internet talking about me without me addressing your situation. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Big U kind of ignored it. He knew these dudes kept talking about him and talking about him all the time, and he never really got at him because he probably didn't take it serious. Like, oh, they ain't talking about nothing. Like, but little did he know, the law enforcement watching all that, and regardless if they lying or telling the truth, they're listening to all of that. They was listening to every single conversation that these dudes brought up about Big U, y'all. And now look at them, they all in there, y'all. So yeah, man, can't no dude just speak up on me like that, man. I'm coming to look for you, bro. We gotta fight. We gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say on the internet. Like, you ain't gonna just put my name out there on the internet like that, man. Regardless, I done heard them say so much about him, man, on the internet. I be listening like, what? What did he do? He did what? He had weapons and write down serial numbers. What? He had something to do with Nip. What? He had, and I don't know if this stuff to believe him. Like I don't know what to believe, y'all. I'm not in their business. I just never heard some people just blasting people business out there on the internet like this from a hood like the hood that they're from, kind of notorious, you know what I mean, in Los Angeles. And nobody's like speaking on it. Everybody just like we don't know what's going on. We don't know. I don't know. But guess what? This is what I don't know gets you. When you play that role like you don't know what the hell going on, this is what happens. You get caught the fuck up whether you have something to do with it or not. So dudes could keep I'm not finna play them games with dudes at all. I ain't got nothing against none of them. I don't got nothing against none of them, bro. I don't know them. I'm just saying, bro. End of the day, it's all crazy, y'all. They all locked up. Big U, Brick Baby, and Loose Cannon, them the only three I know, along with others in their crew, y'all, who I don't know. I just know them from the internet, y'all. And I want to say I'm going to keep y'all posted on this, on what's going on with this case, man. And let's see how this turns out. I'm going to keep on going about this. I believe I can give y'all the best information that I know how. Hey, I help y'all gotta have a blessed weekend. I'm here to just bring y'all the real. I don't mean no rude, no mean intentions, no crude towards no one out there, no negativity, nothing. I'm just giving y'all straight up facts, how I feel, how it should be. And I believe I'm right about this. When you coming from the streets, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not in the streets, y'all, I do me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good dude. I do what I do every day. I'm just letting y'all know, though. So, yeah, y'all subscribe to my channel, like my channel, man. Handle your business, man. This your boy, L Doggy, man. L Diggity. You can call me both. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out, man. Let's go.